right.
The stream is live.
22 seconds to live.
Fuck yes.
That's right, everybody. It's the Trash Talk Tailgate coming to you live, 11:30 on the dot. Check it. We have your man Riley Puddin Peters with me as always. I have the doctor, defensive backs, quality control coach Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate, and we are coming off of
yes, sir.
A miraculous Sunday, some might say. One that features
that
some
what we're calling
crazy
it?
games, some crazy finishes. Yeah, man, there's a lot of good games this week. Some surprising outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the one that's on top of everyone's mind is the Browns and the Ravens. Yes. Listen, the Commanders game, that ending, man. You know me, longtime Commanders fan. I was ecstatic to get to see this game, and that ending, that whole game was just such a slog, and just to think that we what a Buck says he's like, I'm here, man. I gotta let the world know. I gotta let the world know.
He is the official shitlord of the TTT.
That sounds about right. All right, but yeah, no, the ending of that game, that ending of that Commanders game, dude, the Hail Mary. I thought we were gonna lose in the end after dominating the whole game. And I felt so bad. Just the concept of letting Caleb Williams beat us felt bad. But Jaden Daniels, that man does not like to lose. He was, I mean,
Riley,
dude,
he
after
played
the
with
game,
broken ribs, dude. He played with broken ribs.
Well, it's because he's tough.
He is tough.
He's tough, just as bad as just as much as the Patriots are SAWFT soft. He's TUFF tough.
True.
But we'll get to that game in a minute. Well, let's look at some of the other slate from this week. I guess let's start with the Eagles and the Bengals.
Yeah, we got Launch Fanatic in here. He's a big Eagles fan, so
we're going to start with what you described as a punking.
I did describe that as a punking.
I have to kind of agree.
Yeah.
Another game where Saquon says, "Hey, there's a reason I wanted to leave. I knew I was better than what they were making me out there in New York." 22 carries for 108 yards. It's a 4.9 average. Just dirty, consistent work, allowing Jalen Hurts and that offense just to keep going. Yeah. And then,
I mean,
you get the turnover. You get the the Mike Gesicki. Oh, your mom was mad her team lost. I mean, that happened, dude. I think people's parents' teams losing is one of the leading sources of domestic violence in America.
That's fucked.
Might be true. I don't know. Check the facts. But yeah, man. So, I mean, the long and short is, we say this a lot. If one team turns the ball over and the other team doesn't,
probably going to win.
Yeah. And it was really like I mean, I got to go back. Saquon Barkley, that running game, it just felt like they were just consistently in control. Of course, the Devontae Smith, the big touchdown, that was pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean, Riley, here's the crazy thing.
Boom.
Like, you know how much I love Joe Burrow. I mean, the Bengals are now 0-4 at home. And it just seems like every single week is just a roller coaster with this team. Like they play the Chiefs to within 1 point. They lose to the Patriots week 1. And then they just kind of lay an egg against a really talented, kind of struggling, kind of up and down Eagles team this year. But the Eagles are now 5-2. And like you said, the addition of Saquon has been huge for them. I mean, I go back to this, bro. I always say, if you can run the ball consistently and you can stop the other team from really running the ball, you're probably going to win the game. And then you throw in the turnovers. I mean, the Eagles average 4.1 yards a carry, and they even got Will Shipley the ball.
He went backwards, but it happens.
He did go backwards. I mean, and then on the flip side, the Cincinnati Bengals, they have 20 carries, 58 yards. That's a 2.9 average.
It's not going to help.
You can't do it. I mean, you're putting all this pressure on Joe Burrow when their offensive line is shaky, especially in pass pro to begin with. It's not a recipe for success. And that's why if you're the Bengals, you're 3-5 and you're 0-4 at home. I mean, dude.
That's painful, dude. You got to protect home field, dude. That's very important. That's like one of the key essential prides of a football player is protecting home field. And this was really just a tale of two quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, to go with his 236 yards in the air and 1 touchdown. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, just being a body. The big body he is, man. I mean, only 37 yards, but he got 3 touchdowns. That's all you need to know. Those are those extra important red zone plays. You know, obviously the tush push. We all know it. Without Jason Kelsey is one of the big things that everybody was wondering with this Eagles team. Would they be still successful? And I mean, at least in this one, it didn't look as simple as it used to, but they got it done.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm a huge fan of Joe Burrow. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's the talent. They've got good personnel, at least offensively. There's something off with this team. I feel
it's the frosted tips. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He fucked up going with the Slim Shady frosted tip look, and this is what we're getting.
You might be right, Riley. Maybe I should listen to you on that.
Look at Hurts. He slipped in.
He did slip in.
Oh, God. No, man. Joe Shiesty, he messed up, dude. He went frosted tips, just made him look like a douche, and he hasn't played the same since.
I think the Bengals, they're not a – something's off with this team, man. I really don't know what it is. You might be right, Riley. It might be the frosted tips. But it's really hard if you can't run the ball and if you turn the ball over a lot and you lose the turnover battle, you're probably going to lose the game. Football, we keep on saying it, Riley. Football is a simple game, but people just make it complicated for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
If you can run the ball and control the line of scrimmage, and if you don't turn the ball over and you convert in the red zone and you convert on third down, you're probably going to win the football game.
I mean, if we want to talk about turnover differential being important, let's look at a stat that we always use to measure two teams. Third down efficiency. Both teams actually doing pretty good, if not the Bengals being the more efficient team at 10 and 13 throughout the whole game. That's very good. I mean, the Eagles are 6 and 11. That is also very good, but that 10 and 13 is like borderline excellent. But 2 turnovers to the Eagles, 0, and it's miscues like that, stuff that like not getting points when you definitely should get points. That hurts. I mean, 2 for 3 in the red zone. They're just, it was a little bit of a punk, but honestly, like besides that fourth quarter, it was a pretty close game.
Yeah.
it was riding 17 all there for a little bit. Like, it was a back and forth battle. And I think, that fourth quarter was kind of a takeover, but I guess just hats off to the Eagles once again, man. The defense steps up when it needs to. I think that's something that every member of Eagles Nation is going to enjoy seeing, is that their defense stepped up and made a statement in this game, doing work when they needed to.
Riley, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
So the Cowboys just lost to the 49ers.
That makes my heart happy.
I know, dude.
There's nothing quite as good as the Cowboys losing.
Bro, and the Commanders winning on a Hail Mary, dude?
It's
in the same day?
Miraculous. They said there's great endings to football. This one's a pretty great ending. One of the better endings to football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. You have any final thoughts here for the Eagles and the Bengals?
I think it's crazy, bro. Like, the Eagles, they're finally playing up to their talent level. Like they've always had talent. AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith. Their offensive line is one of the best in football. Their defensive line is solid. Like, great with the war crimes. Like, and it's awesome to see them finally start to play up to this talent level. Because, dude, they're 5-2. They've kind of just been kind of chugging along. A lot of people didn't think they'd be that good this year because of the way they completely collapsed last year. But, bro, like, they're 3-1 on the road. It's hard to go on the road and win football games consistently. Dude, the Eagles and the Commanders might decide the NFC East.
I mean, it looks like it at this point, with the Commanders sitting at 6-2 after this week, the Eagles sitting at 5-2, Dallas and New York not looking so hot.
No,
it's going to take some good old fashioned Washington, Philadelphia tanking to it not be a Commanders Eagles, fight for the NFC East.
It's true.
The NFC half beast.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe. Question mark.
Question mark. Huh?
All right, let's get to one of the craziest games.
Ooh.
Hey, man, you know where the Ravens went to eat for this game?
Did they go get some crab legs from Jameis?
Famous Jameis's, dude. They went to famous Jameis's Crab House.
Let's go.
And I mean, wow. Deshaun Watson obviously, ruptured Achilles. Done for the season. The big money player, he's out. There's no more questions about should Stefanski bench him. Honestly, he got the greatest thing that could ever happen. Both of them did. Deshaun Watson should probably just bow out gracefully at this point.
Yeah.
It's a pretty respectful point to retire, honestly. But listen, I say it all the time. It's that new quarterback cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to the Colts with Flacco. Jameis Winston comes in this one, spark plugs them to a absolutely insane victory. No one would have called this. If you asked 100 people, you may have gotten one diehard Cleveland, delusional Delulu Cleveland Brown fan to say, we're going to win this game.
Yeah.
But here we are, 29-24 at the end. And what an exciting game, dude. I feel like the Browns, they earned this after the season that they've endured so far.
They needed this.
Absolutely. I don't think I'm arguing all the way from need to deserve. I think they deserved this win.
Yeah.
They have struggled through this season. Even after this win, they're 2-6. They're now 1-3 at home, this being the one win. I mean, Cleveland was down bad until famous Jameis came in, threw for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. And, it feels like this is one I got one also. Cedric Tillman, 7 catches, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Shout out to an absolutely unknown stepping up and doing big stuff. We get another Mark Andrews touchdown on the flip side for the Ravens. We're waiting to see that. King Henry, little quiet, did not beat the century mark in this game. He's held to 73 yards.
Yeah, but that's almost 7 yards a carry because he only had 11 carries, but he went for 73. They just
listen, it is good.
The ball.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, it still hurts that he's not over 100 yards. That's not good for them.
No,
it doesn't matter if it's in this case, it's one of those things where his production was just fine. They were just dumb.
Yeah. I mean, the Ravens, they have a history of this, though. Like, we talked about it last year in the AFC Championship game at home against the Chiefs. They were running the ball. They were averaging over 4 yards a carry, and they just stopped running the ball. Like,
wow.
I don't.
Hey, Preston, you see this throw? Does this throw look like the Browns have a $185 million quarterback?
It does, dude. I mean, Riley, firsthand as a Clemson fan what Jameis Winston is capable of.
Hey, man. I know as a Clemson fan what both of them are capable of.
It's true. I mean, he was the number 1 overall pick for a reason. His problem is turnovers. He's always had talent. And when he's not turning the ball over, he's a really good quarterback. I mean, I think, honestly, Riley, probably for me, the key stat of the day is just the third down efficiency. We always talk about it. The Ravens were 2 of 10 on third down. The Browns have. What were you saying?
I was going to say that is very uncharacteristic of them.
Yeah. It's almost like if you run the ball, you can, set up third down in short situations, which makes it a lot easier to convert third downs consistently.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy how that works, Riley?
Seems like a little bit of A plus B.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like the Browns, I've said it on here before. The Browns, they have talent. They're one of the most talented teams in the NFL. Even though they got rid of, they got rid of Amari Cooper, they still have Nick Chubb, Jerome Ford, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. Like they have talent. They have one of the better offensive lines in football. Like they're good. They're a talented team. It was just their issue was always the quarterback. So I think that shows you how good their defense is when you hold a team like the Ravens offense to going 20% on third downs. That's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, dude. And don't forget 0 for 2 on fourth down. That's another big one. I mean, that's essentially 2 turnovers if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that just helps counteract the one that the Browns gave up themselves. But, I mean, listen, not even necessarily a bad game from the Ravens. Obviously, this was a close one till the very end. Even the final score, 29-24, very close game. But the Ravens, we expect a certain level of dominance, and at the same time, we've all known that they've had like this issue in the secondary that every once in a while someone can just find a way to exploit. And I think, they had just enough run game from Chubb and Foreman. He had a couple mixed in there.
Yeah.
Just enough run game from them to give Jameis a little bit of confidence to go out there and start slinging it. I mean, 27-41, but the 3 touchdowns is big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's the thing. That's my last word for this game is just crazy.
I mean, the stats for this game are very, very similar. You know, like it was 387 total yards to 401. The Ravens had 0 turnovers. The Browns had 1. There were 22 total first downs for each team. The time of possession was very similar, only a 3-minute difference. I really think the difference of this game was just the third down efficiency. Like the Ravens could not sustain drives on third down, and that's the difference. That's the difference in the ball game.
That's very important in the game of football, man. Long sustained drives are the key to success. And if you can't do it, you're going to lose. And I think the Ravens, they finally caught one, man. They've been escaping some good ones, but I think they finally caught theirs. And crazy. All right. This is another one of the punkings of the week. I mean, the Titans 1-6. They're just not a good squad, dude.
No,
Mason Rudolph didn't help much. I don't know, man. I'd almost rather just stick with Will Levis because at least he does cool turnovers.
That's true. Riley. You want to hear maybe the craziest stat I've ever seen this football season?
Give it to me.
The Lions quarterback Jared Goff threw for 85 yards. Only 85 yards. And the Lions put up a fucking 50 burger on the Titans.
It's
oh my god.
I mean, that's ridiculous, dude. I don't even know what else to say, dude.
That's ridiculous.
Like, obviously, you get the big punt return from Raymond.
Yeah, Raymond.
Let's just get a cut of that one. There's nothing quite like an explosive punt return. Shouts to Devin Hester. Oh my god. Where are you going, dude? He's like, I'm running from the mayonnaise. He's like, I can smell it on their jerseys. Oh god, get away. He's like, ew, don't touch me.
Oh my god.
Wow. Got to watch the big Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. This was an absolute monster of a play. This dude's insane.
I mean,
that speed, the ability just to take off.
Yeah. His acceleration, his burst is, at least for the running back position, it might be the best in football. Like when
I'd say it's a little bit of lightning.
Yeah.
And this one's some thunder.
Demo, David Montgomery.
That's Demo, dude. Don't try to stop him. He's gonna run you over.
Oh my god, dude!
Put him on the highlight reel. That's a linebacker. He's going straight to the highlight reel. We're gonna run it back.
Oh my
god. Man, Will Levis. I think his coffee order's starting to show off on the rest of the team, or starting to rub off on the rest of the team. They're all being real Mayo coffee decisions.
Yeah. I mean, Riley, like, I think we said how much we love this Lions team going into the year. I know the Chiefs are still undefeated, but dude, don't the Lions look like the best team in football right now?
Hey, man, a week after punking the Vikings and giving them their first loss of the season.
Yeah.
This is a very good way to come back. I love this video was titled Amon-Ra St. Brown gets very open for a touchdown. And they weren't wrong.
No, dude.
He's got enough space to hit him a cha-cha.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hey, man, the Chiefs, you may say the Chiefs are frauds, but you can't hate on the ice, even if it comes from a little bit of, the greenbacks in some zebra stripe pockets. That ice is ridiculous.
That ice is ridiculous. I mean, Riley, like, I don't know what else to say about this team. And here's the crazy thing. The Lions were 3 of 9 on third down. They didn't even play that good. like offensively. Like they threw
the quarterback threw for 85 yards, dude.
They
let Hendon Hooker play.
They had 225 yards of total offense to the Titans 416. And they put up 52 on their ass.
It is crazy, dude. It's ridiculous. That's such a crazy stat.
It's such a crazy stat.
Man, the David Montgomery touchdown too, of course. Sam Laporta wide open on the end zone for that one.
Yeah.
Look at this one. This is Wright. Wright going hard.
I mean, I don't know what else to say about this Lions team, dude. To me, they look like the best team in football.
I mean, it's them or the Commanders.
David Montgomery.
The Commanders have the power of Jesus on their side. Or at least Mary.
Do you want to talk about the Commanders, Riley? I think you want to talk about the Commanders.
I think I want to talk about the Commanders.
I think you want to talk about the Commanders.
It's time to talk about the Commanders, dude. I mean, this was definitely just a drag-out game. Like I said, most of this game, once again, this game, the only thing that frightens me is we had the reemergence of the kickoff bug. You know, that thing where we kick field goals instead of scoring touchdowns? I don't like that. But
you scored a touchdown when it mattered.
Exactly. At the very end of the game, in fact, the last play.
Yeah.
Unlike the Bills Mafia. Yep.
I
mean, let's just go ahead and before we talk about the rest, we gotta watch it. I mean, 3-man rush, you should have pretty decent coverage. Jaden Daniels makes a move, makes another move, and he has time. He gets to set all the way up, gets his whole body into that, and just boop, boom, Noah Brown, he's waiting.
As a DB coach, this infuriates me because I've had this happen to me before. In that situation, you bat the ball down. You do not tip the ball up. You bat it down. Like, you don't try to catch it because that's how you tip it. You bat the bitch down. And you tip it up, bad things are going to happen.
Hey, man. The Bears coaching, it's a little greasy. Dude. A little cheese pizza greasy.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a deep cut. That's such a deep cut.
If you know, you know.
But, I mean, listen, dude. They say a thing about luck, right? Like, you can say that this play is luck, but luck is timing and preparation and synchronicity.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels is a man that puts preparation into how he plays.
It's true.
And this right here, he felt so go back to it again. He felt so calm, dude. Not in a single moment through this entire play does he exude any kind of chaos. Like, even on the scramble there, he is very calmly breaking, doing the things. He sees a moment, and he tees that thing up perfect to get it just in the spot it needs to do to bounce up so it goes right in Noah Brown's hands. And I know that's a lot just to say, but, like, he played that thing exactly how the legends of Hail Marys, the Aaron Rodgers, guys like that, legendary Hail Mary throwers, Brett Favre's, those guys, Drew Brees, they all have that calmness in the moment to deliver the ball because most of the challenge of a Hail Mary is getting it all the way to the end zone.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of a pass rush. Sometimes it ends up being a little bit more free just because of the moment. But in this case, he's able to just do everything, keep calm, and get it down there so it had a chance. And that's all you can ask.
I mean, again, dude, like, I get everything you're saying.
No, I know
but
what you're saying, but it's true.
If that Bears DB just lets the ball come to him and he just bats it down instead of trying to jump up and make a play and tipping it up, that play doesn't happen. Like, that is just more Bears incompetence. And Launch Fanatic is right. The Bears are, in fact, still bums. Like,
yep.
I mean,
The Bears are bums.
I mean, and the other thing that pissed me off because I get on Reddit a lot. I was in this game thread or in the post game thread, and all Bears fans were bitching about was, oh, there was holding on that last play. The Commanders got away with so much holding. Dog.
There's holding on every play in football.
And they're not going to call it in that situation unless it's absolutely egregious. And you should have never been in that situation to begin with. Don't get mad at the refs. Get mad at your shitty ass organization that you're somehow like still a fan of. Like, dog, right. You threw the ball on a 3rd and goal on the goal line. Like,
speaking of 3rd and goal on the goal line, let's watch me be so disappointed at a big man. Before we get to this play, I want to say that as an offensive or defensive lineman, there's so few moments where you get the honor and the glory to tote the football, and they tend to be these goal line scenarios, and it's such a sweet moment, and this dude fucked it up because the Bears suck.
Because the Bears suck?
That's my thesis.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Caleb Williams, dude. He handed the ball off so well.
I mean, he did. Dude, Justin Fields would be so proud. That's another one. If you know, you know. I mean, I get it. You're trying to power the ball in, but I mean, a big man's not used. He doesn't know how to take a handoff. There's a very specific way that you have to take a handoff, and big men don't know how to do that. And just high and tight. Right in here, you got to
open your arms against so the ball isn't going against your arm to go in.
Yeah. There's a very specific way that you have to, there's a very technical way that you have to receive a handoff on every play, and a lineman doesn't know how to do that. And I think that's bad coaching. Like, if you want a lineman in a play on offense, maybe have him as a lead blocker. I'm just saying.
I gotta say, man, this game was one explosive play. This play right here, DeAndre Swift, absolute monster run. Nothing that I can say against it. This is a beautiful play by the Bears. Swift makes an absolute play on this. But besides that, this one play, like, honestly, without this one explosive play, I think this might be a goose egg game. Obviously they score one more touchdown after. But I think that other touchdown, I think that's just one of those we have a chance late kind of touchdowns. And I think without this, then it may not be the same. So, I think the Commanders' performance overall was pretty impressive. 6-2 speaks for itself. I think at a certain point, there's that, are we flukes or is this consistent?
No.
Now, listen. There's still plenty of football to play. We're only at week 8. This is so young. We got 10 more weeks, dude. Not even halfway done here. And it's just one of those things. At this point, though, it looks pretty legit. As long as they keep playing like they are and don't regress, we're looking pretty good. But if we can continue to get better like we are every week and stay healthy, that is obviously the big thing. Right now we have Jaden Daniels playing through broken ribs, Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler trading time, time on the bench. We just got to keep staying healthy. And if we can stay healthy, I like our chances. Next week we're playing the Giants. That's
you should win that game.
A game that we have to win. Not because we're in any kind of trouble, but like, this is a team that we just can't let beat us. And they can totally do it. This is a in-division rivalry. It doesn't matter that the Giants suck. This is a game they can absolutely beat us, and we have to go in there knowing that they can beat us. And we have to beat them. And I think we need, once again, we need to start scoring touchdowns again.
Oh, yeah.
I'll accept against better teams winning with field goals, I guess. but I hate making a habit of that. I want to score touchdowns.
Oh yeah, dude. No, a recipe for success is to convert red zone opportunities into touchdowns instead of settling for field goals. Once again, that's just like kind of a basic truth of football.
Yeah.
So Riley, you talked about the Commander side. You know what I'm going to talk about.
Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah, dude. So all these Bears fans that have been adding me and mentioning me, over the last 2 or 3 weeks of the Bears playing, literally the worst defenses in football, the Jaguars and the Panthers, and Caleb Williams actually looked good. I kept on saying, just wait. He hasn't played a good defense yet. Like, he played the 2 worst defenses in football. And Riley, you can attest to this. I don't think the Commanders' defense is great. I think they're okay.
I think we have a very, very solid front seven and pass rush.
I agree. Your secondary is still always shaky. It always seems to be kind of shaky.
Word on the street is it's suspect.
It's true. And Caleb Williams, let's just be real. Caleb Williams fucking shit the bed. Wow. So Caleb Williams doesn't play a dog shit defense and he struggles really bad? Wow, who could have seen that coming? Bears fans, I get it. You're upset. But dog, he's not going to translate. 10 of 24 for 131 yards. He's not going to translate. 2 of 12 on third down. I don't think he's going to translate. I don't think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. He struggled against all the best defenses he played in college. So what is he going to do when he plays better NFL defenses? The Commanders aren't even that good. Their secondary is kind of suspect. And I don't get it. You can keep on getting mad at me just for telling you the truth, but damn dog, y'all. Oh, Caleb Williams. I mean, you're 4-3, you're 0-3 on the road. That's okay. Your schedule is only going to get tougher though. The back half of that, they haven't played a division game yet. They still have to play the Vikings and the Packers and the Lions. And they might not win another game. Stacked. I'm serious.
Yeah, no, that division's crazy stacked. You know that meme with the multi-headed creature and then the couple are serious, scary looking ones, goofy.
Yeah.
That's the fucking NFC North, dude. The Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings, they're all scary.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of those teams are no joke. You got to take them serious if they're on your schedule. And then you have the Bears, who coming into this game, obviously they were 4-2, and they looked like a paper dragon. But in this case, we found out they're actually just a bunch of scared bitches.
It's true. I mean, Riley, you know how I feel about the Bears. You know how I feel about Caleb. I don't think Caleb's going to be a very successful NFL quarterback. I just don't think his game translates. There's nothing against him. I don't think he handles adversity very well, and I don't think his game translates. And I think you saw that in college. And Bears fans are going to continue to get mad at me. That's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and be right again. Wow. Yeah. Shocker.
And, it's just another week where Austin Seibert is the best kicker in NFL in fantasy. I mean, Austin Seibert didn't even play the first week of the season. Don't forget that. He is one of the best kickers in the league right now.
Didn't y'all almost lose to the Giants because of that?
No, we beat the Giants with only field goals.
Yeah, that's what I'm okay. Yeah, okay. I got you.
I mean, there's 2 ways to put that. Listen, we scored on every single drive of that game. They were just all field goals. Yeah. The Giants only scored 3 touchdowns on some bullshit. That's inconsistency.
Mm-hmm.
Just so happens that we were consistent and they suck.
Yeah.
Graham Gano hurt himself on the opening kickoff. That shit was funny as shit. All right. That's enough. I'm done. Yep. I'm done kissing.
Where do you want to go now, Riley?
Let's talk about the Cardinals and the Dolphins.
Ooh, okay.
The Tua return game cut short.
Yeah.
By a field goal. walk-off field goal. But this was, I mean, listen, you kind of expect a little bit of a bounce back moment for them. I mean, your quarterback being out for 4 weeks, significant time.
Dude, he just had to go to the shadow realm, bro. That's it.
Yeah, dude, he's back. Back again.
Yeah, dude.
He was seeing all kinds of crazy shapes and colors.
He was.
But yeah, no, 28 for 38, 234, 1 touchdown, 150 yards rushing as a team with a 6-yard average per rush. 2 touchdowns by Mostert. Raheem.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool. On my fantasy team. Let's go.
A-Chain, 10 carries for 97 yards. That's big.
Yep. Also on my fantasy team, I have both Dolphins running backs. He also had 6 catches for 50 yards and a receiving touchdown. I mean,
don't forget.
It's crazy, dude, like how dysfunctional and inept the Dolphins offense looks without Tua. And then his first game back, like they look really good.
They immediately snap into old form.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And in the Cardinals, they had, one of their every other week flip-flopping good games.
Mm-hmm.
It seems, I mean, this team is a different squad every single week. I don't understand what is happening over there in Arizona. I don't know what kind of cookie juice they are and are not drinking week to week. It is ridiculous how different they are week to week, dude. It's seriously. Some weeks a juggernaut shows up, like a scary team, dude.
Yeah.
A scary team. And then other weeks a teddy bear walks in and goes, "Hug me."
It's true.
Dude, it's crazy. I mean, they should probably dial that in.
I mean, I don't know. Like, has Call of Duty come out yet?
Yep, just came out.
Dude,
Literally came out this weekend. Kyler Murray's like, dude, I've been grinding, dude. I'm cracked, bro. Kyler Murray got into the huddle and he was like, "All right, bros, I'm absolutely turned right now. Give me plates. I'm going in."
Yeah.
He's been on that zombies grind.
He's been on the zombies grind.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I think you're right, dude. I really don't know what to make of this Cardinals team. They're just so unpredictable. It's ridiculous. Like, it's really hard to get a beat on them.
It's crazy, dude. I've not experienced a team that is so indecisive on whether they want to be good or shit.
I know.
It's ridiculous, man. And they're able to walk it off. The last second field goal is all they really needed at the end of the game because that makes the game go bye-bye, and that is a 28-27 victory for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Looking at the fun stats, honestly, like Miami lost this game. 11-15 on third down efficiency. Very similar in total yards. Yeah, very similar in total yards.
Yep.
No turnovers from any team. Similar possession. Just a little bit of miscues and a safety.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like, whenever two teams that, are very similar and play, very similar games, like it's crazy that in the NFL it really comes down to a play or two. Like,
yeah,
that safety was huge. It's crazy, dude. Like, he just went on a walk-off field goal at the very end of the game. The Dolphins played a really good game. The Cardinals just were able to make one more play when it mattered. And sometimes that's what it comes down to.
I mean, it's always, man. This is the NFL. These are some of the best athletes in the world playing on the field at all times. That's what some people forget to take into account. But I mean, I don't have much else to say besides, I mean, I don't have much else to say besides, this is a good performance from the Cardinals. Once again, like I said, on a good week for them. And the Dolphins 2-5, long road to the top now.
But the AFC is kind of, I don't think the AFC has been as deep as we thought it would be this year.
Yeah.
So, with the Dolphins, if they have Tua, they can definitely make a late run if they all stay healthy, because that team is incredibly talented. But Riley, you know what's fucking crazy?
What?
Do you know who is currently first in the NFC West?
Who?
It is the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh, baby. I mean, that's a division that's been fraught with rebuilding and injury.
Yeah, it's true.
And, it was ripe for them to take it. And they're definitely, they're using their young talent to take advantage of a weak conference. And, they might find themselves slipping into a late playoff position, just a surprise division win.
I'm just
crazy.
I'm just going to throw this out there, Riley. They could go on a nice little run here, because do you know who their next two games are?
Let's look, see who they got.
Yeah, let's look. Tell the people, Riley.
The Bears and the Jets.
Both at home.
That is crazy. And then they get those two games, build confidence before going Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks.
Yeah.
That's going to be a crucial stretch for them. Obviously, the Seahawks, that is a division rival. You have the Vikings, one of the better teams in the NFL. Those three games, if you can chalk up W's in at least 2 out of 3 of those, if not all 3, I mean, that's momentum that you're going to carry very strong into the last little bit of the season. So, they should look to really get themselves amped up with the Bears, the Jets, then a bye week going into Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks.
That's a huge stretch for them, like you said, Riley. But I mean, dude, the Cardinals, everything's right in front of them. I wasn't really sure what to make of this team going into the season. I still don't know what to make of this team going into the season, but they can definitely, kind of cement themselves as the leader in their division over these next few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're moving on. We got more to talk about.
Do we want to point and laugh at the Jets, Riley?
Let's just point and laugh at them. I mean, I don't even really want to talk about this game, dude. 2-2-6 teams in a freaking 25-22 game. I mean, this is a toilet bowl, dude. Ramondre Stevens carry bowl.
Oh yeah. Again, on my fantasy team. Shout out to the Res Balls, who got absolutely fucking annihilated by Bills Mafia for Osama this week.
Got concussed harder than Drake May.
It's true. Oh man, that is probably the most unfortunate thing. Obviously you're the Patriots. You want to beat the Jets. They're a huge division rival. But the fact that your rookie quarterback Drake May left this game with a concussion fairly early on, that's probably not. That's not great for you. But Jacoby Brissett came in and played well. He played decent. So.
Yeah, dude. You can't forget the brisket, Jacoby Brissett.
It's true. Oh, kind of like the loins left over. Shout out to Buck Rowe for also winning his fantasy game. Oh.
Love. All right, we're moving on. Quick. I'm out of there. I don't even want to talk about that game.
Okay, Riley, can I just say something?
Sure.
I've been saying this for weeks now. You fired Robert Saleh, who was a great defensive coach, and the Jets' defense was really, really good. Their offense struggled, but that's not Robert Saleh. I mean, I know he's the head coach, but he doesn't know offense. He knows defense. Their defense was really good, but you fire him anyway, and you replace him with a defensive coordinator that on Hard Knocks 2 years ago mocked the Patriots "do your job" mantra and said that's fucking stupid. We're the Jets. We don't know anything about winning anything, but we're gonna mock the most successful NFL team in the last 2 decades. How's that working out for you, New York fans? Like, how's that working out? Dude, it's almost like I called it. Did I not call this exact scenario?
Yeah, dude. It's almost like hashtag Buck doesn't know ball, though.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think Buck knows ball. Dr. Preston knows ball.
I do know ball. Oh.
All right.
Man. Despite what Bears and Jets fans may say, I do, in fact, know ball.
Let them know what you think in the comments, folks.
It's true. The comments aren't popping off like I was hoping. Maybe we can get that up. Pop. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. See. We're gonna move on. We got a few more games to cover here.
Yeah, dude.
Taking a quick stop out here in Tampa Bay, real quick.
Oh, dude, this is just sad.
I know, man. Baker with 2 picks with 3 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins 276 and 4 touchdowns. A big day out of him. 23 for 29 as well.
Dude, 1 p.m. Kirk showing up and showing out. Perko Thuggins.
I agree. Preston is a big fan of balls. Perko Thuggins absolutely showing out. Kyle Pitts showing everybody why he was such a high draft pick. Of course, Cade Ott in the absence of Chris Godwin
and Mike Evans.
Yeah, someone's got to stand up, and Otten is out there just doing the best he can. Bucky Irving trying to make a name for himself out there.
He's been really good for them.
Yeah,
he's rookie out of Oregon. He's been really good.
I mean, with a name like Bucky, I don't know. Oof. That's a lot.
That's almost as bad as a name like Buck.
Yeah, Bucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, I think this is just one of those a little bit of run game and a lot of Perko Thuggins just showing people why he is sometimes a great quarterback.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this differently. I said the Buccaneers were gonna be a really good team this year. I said they could compete for the 1 seed in the NFC. I felt really, really good about that until the very end of last week when both Mike Evans and Chris Godwin went down.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the Bucs, they still played well, but I mean, Baker, he's trying to get into a rhythm with all his new receivers. Guys have got to step up, and it's just you can't help but feel like when Godwin and Evans went down, did the Bucs season kind of go down the drain too? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, those are 2 incredible wide receivers and an offense that throws the ball so much. It's hard to not acknowledge how much of a strain that is. And, like you said, Otten stepping up, 9 receptions, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's out there trying his hardest, but man, one streak of white in a sea of all these people out here isn't really going to save a team. They need a little bit more firepower. They need some other people to step up.
They also can't turn the ball over 3 times. Like it's really hard to win. You fumble the ball, you throw 2 interceptions. I don't think that's all Baker's fault. He's like we said, man, he's throwing to new receivers. He's trying to get a chemistry and a rhythm with them on the fly. I mean, it's tough, but it's really hard to win football games when you lose the turnover battle 3-0.
Yeah, dude. That's almost impossible.
Almost
all
impossible.
Right. We're going to move on from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We're going to go down to Jacksonville. I think this one was in London, though. I think this is another London.
Oh, another London
No, this was this was Jacksonville. I'm tripping.
Okay.
This wasn't at 9 a.m. I know this wasn't at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Another absolute heartbreaker for the Jacksonville Jaguars. A 2-6 team that, like, these guys are the exact opposite of the Chiefs this season. Yeah. They get in a lot of these heartbreakers and they just can't finish, or they can't stop the other team from finishing on them.
It's true.
And I mean, this was a game that saw Green Bay need 2 quarterbacks and a whole lot of running to get it done. But they do it with the last second touchdown, or not touchdown, but field goal to take a 30-27 lead.
Yep. I mean,
looking at the third down efficiency, 1 of 9 out of Jacksonville is terrible work.
Dude,
1 for 1 on fourth down, but 1 for 9 on third down is crazy.
That's awful. I mean, the Packers didn't play well either. They were 3 of 11, but that's still better than 1 of 9.
Also, 8 penalties for 59 yards out of Jacksonville Jaguars. Dude, this team hurts themselves. They're just so undisciplined.
Are you saying they're the Plexico Burris of NFL teams?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, they shoot themselves in the leg all the time. Consistently.
It's true. They do.
I said that intentionally. They can't stop them from finishing on them.
Nope.
That is a fact, dude. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they enjoy taking the opposing team's finish, and they take it proud. They stand there and watch the ball go through one last victorious time.
Do they take it on the face or on the chin?
I mean, this one felt like it was kind of both.
Yeah.
I felt like this one might have hurt.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were so close to winning this so many times. And both teams, like you said, not really necessarily playing great. And the fact that it came down to a field goal at the end speaks to it as well. But this was just such a back and forth game. I was really like, kind of like, I hope the Jacksonville Jaguars pull it out, but Green Bay Packers, they had the ice on, man.
They did. I mean, Riley, have you given up on Trevor? Have you given up on Sunshine?
No, dude. Listen, 1 interception, but 21-32 for 308 and 2 touchdowns. Don't forget the rushing touchdown, the big body. I don't think anyone should give up on Trevor. Let's get some consistency going in this offense. Obviously, there's been the big, the back and forth with the running backs. Obviously, Travis Etienne not even the season they expect. Tank Bigsby showing up big. Travis Etienne's out this game, so that's a big one. Yeah. Obviously, he's a receiving back just as much as he's a running back. And so that kind of takes a little piece out of their offense. And
also, did you see who else got hurt and is out for the year this game?
No, who was it? Was it?
It's Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk is out for the year. He got hurt.
Ooh, that's a big, that's a big shot to them. Yeah. But Brian Thomas Jr., this is just another chance for him to step up. The outstanding rookie who's played pretty well so far. I mean, this is another chance for him to really step up. Maybe that's a little bit of the spark plug they need.
Yeah.
You gotta fight for one of your brothers,
He's electric. I mean, and Tank Bigsby has been stepping up for ETN.
Yeah.
He's got the greatest running back name of all time, dude. Tank. Bigsby. I really liked him at Auburn. I watched him play at Auburn a lot. I really liked him. Yeah,
he's
I thought that was a great pickup for the Jags. It's just, dude, you're right, man. They are the opposite of the Chiefs. They don't know how to finish. They constantly shoot themselves in the foot, and they don't know how to finish.
They don't have it in them, but they have it in them, if you know what I'm saying. All right. We're going to move on to another one.
Oh, let's see. Where are we going?
We had the Colts and Texans.
Yeah.
This was, Texans, they played a very solid game, I think, the whole time. And, holding off that Colts attack there at the end and just, leaving with the victory is really all you can ask for them. 23-20. They're moving on to 6-2.
Yeah. Riley, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
I've been feeling myself, especially tonight. So Riley, do you remember it was one of the first videos we ever did that kind of blew up for us? And it was a rant that I had called AR-15.
Yep.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And what did I say about Anthony Richardson, Riley? Like, what did I say about him? You remember?
A lot of things that essentially go to the point that he is not a great quarterback.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, but he completed less than 50% of his passes in the SEC at Florida with
Oof.
elite talent all around him, elite receivers, elite running backs, top 15, top 10 recruiting classes. And he couldn't complete 50% of his passes at Florida with Dan Mullen, who's a quarterback guru and quarterback whisperer, as his head coach. So he gets drafted to the Colts, and I said it's not going to work because he's not accurate, and you cannot teach accuracy. Well, guess who was 10 of 32 today, Riley?
AR, wow, 33%.
Yeah.
That's
AR-33. Is that? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, Riley. It's almost like I know ball. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. What else is crazy is CJ Stroud for 285, Joe Mixon for 102, backing him up.
Yeah.
And of course, 5 sacks out of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen,
Will Anderson Jr.
Dude,
again,
listen, you got the offensive rookie of the year last year, the defensive rookie of the year last year. Wow. This team is intimidating to play. 6-2, they are a serious threat.
Yeah. By the way, Riley, I know I've said it before. I said Will Anderson Jr. was the best player in this past year's draft. I think I was right about that too.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm feeling myself, bro. Like, I'll admit when I'm wrong, but when it comes to football, I'm not wrong that often. We're not wrong that often. That's why you should watch the TTT.
All right. Some nothing burger kind of games. I mean, the Chargers beating the Saints.
Yeah.
That's one where you kind of expect it. I mean, the Saints, after an electric start, just a fantastic fall off. One that should be studied in the history books.
It's true.
The Bills beating the Seahawks pretty handily. Another punk out game of this week. 6-2 Bills. As much as we want them to fail, they just keep winning.
Yeah.
Broncos Panthers. I mean, that's another one where it's like the Broncos beat the Panthers. Congratulations, dude. Here's your hand. From me to you, brother. From me to you.
That's really all you have to say about that.
Let's jump in to the Chiefs and the Raiders. Patrick Mahomes not throwing 2 interceptions this game. Thank God.
Dude, this was the Kermit revenge game.
Dude. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs just keep finding ways to win, dude. Like I said, you can call it fraudulent. Oh, man, we want the Bills to fail mainly just because their coaching staff believes in Osama bin Laden's power of teamwork. They have kind of an aura of, how would you put it, Preston? Arrogance that's not quite deserved.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I really like Josh Allen. I'm not a fan of Sean McDermott. I mean, I think he's a good defensive coach, but I just think he gets in his head in the big moments. Like, he overthinks a bunch of shit. And football is the last game that you want to be overthinking shit, especially in very big and pressure-filled moments. I like Josh Allen a lot. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. With the Bills, you just kind of have to ride that roller coaster. It's a very kind of Jekyll and Hyde type thing. I mean, yeah, but shout out to Mark. I appreciate the question. That's a great question.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Las Vegas, talking about the Chiefs and the Raiders. Kareem Hunt, back this game, not as much production, but still gets a touchdown. Still making, letting everybody know that he's back. That's big. Travis Kelce, another touchdown this week, adding to his total. 10 receptions for 90 yards. He had a big game coming back. DeAndre Hopkins, obviously that's the big news of the week coming in, the trade for him. 2 catches for 29 yards. It's 14.5 average.
They're gonna ease him in. Yeah,
3 targets this week. He caught 2 of them. That's a good way to bring a guy in.
I think the story of this game for the Chiefs was kind of the reemergence of Travis Kelce.
Yeah, for sure.
10 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, he's
first
been kind
touchdown
of
of the season.
Yeah, he's been kind of struggling. That whole kind of Chiefs receiving core has been struggling. And so to see Travis Kelce kind of get back in a big way, that's huge for them because they absolutely need him down the stretch. Like they need Travis Kelce.
And Xavier Worthy, the fastest man in the combine, letting everyone know what speed does. It kills. Speed kills.
That's another reason why I want the Bills to fail, just because their fan base really pisses me off.
Yeah, dude. And that they keep giving the Chiefs weapons.
Yeah,
they
dude.
gave them Patty Mahomes. They gave him Worthy.
Yeah. And you defend it. You keep defending it. Why are you defending it? I don't get it. This is why. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. It doesn't make sense.
Nah, man, this is good. The Chiefs do 12 of 16 on third down. That's big. Yeah. Those are long drives, dude. Long sustained drives. 32 minutes of possession to 27 on the other side. Even with 8 penalties for 55 yards, they come through with a very solid win. Honestly, probably with a few less penalties, this is a little bit more handily of a win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. This is going back. I don't remember if we talked about this or not, but the Raiders rookie linebacker during training camp who had the Kermit the Frog puppet.
Yep.
With the 15 jersey and the headband with the hair, like this was Kermit's revenge game. So I don't understand why you would try and intentionally piss off, the best quarterback in the NFL who's coming off back-to-back Super Bowl victories.
Because why not, man?
Oh, okay. It's Riley. We have a comment talking about the Bills.
I see. If you want to compare Keon Coleman to Worthy, I mean, you can try, but Worthy has made a heck of an impact this season, just in general. I mean, the type of talent that he is truly game-changing. And with the arm talent with a quarterback like Josh Allen, I mean, he'd be just as much of a threat with the Bills as he would be with the Chiefs. Yeah. And, Keon Coleman, I mean, he is good, but he's only starting to produce late. Xavier Worthy, week 1, was showing up. And so it's just also that it's the fact that the Chiefs had a struggling wide receiving core. That was something that teams were able to take advantage of. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the Bills literally gifted them a insanely dangerous weapon in the style of offense that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes want to be in. Yeah. So, it's hard to think that they're like, they see that and they're just like, nah, we're willing to give it up. It's just they're not playing 3D chess.
The other thing, I think Riley nailed it, but so the Bills have been saying, they've been open about this. We consider ourselves rivals with the Chiefs. Well, you haven't beaten the Chiefs when it matters in the playoffs. And you've watched them win, 3 Super Bowls and back-to-back Super Bowls. Why are you giving them the fastest player ever in recorded NFL history when you saw what they did with Tyreek Hill? Why are you helping them? It didn't make sense then. It doesn't make sense now. And in a draft that saw the Atlanta Falcons draft Michael Penix Jr. after signing Kirk Cousins to a new extension, I said at the time the Xavier Worthy trade was the dumbest thing in the draft. And I still believe that. I don't get it. I understand the Bills got a good receiver in Keon Coleman, but Keon Coleman's not Xavier Worthy.
Nah, Keon Coleman's a good receiver. Xavier Worthy is going to be great.
Yeah, he has something that you can't teach, and that's elite track speed. You can't teach that.
Translated speed too, man. It is track speed, but It works on the field. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah.
Moving
But
on.
shout
out for the comment. Hey man, yeah, dude, we're here to talk. We're here to talk, man. Bring it. We'll at least we will back up and at least try to give you a good reason for everything that we're saying.
Oh yeah. We don't say stuff just to say it. We believe everything we say.
And that's a trash talk tailgate difference.
It is. Riley, where do we want to go next?
I mean, we got one last destination to go to.
Oh no.
Santa Clara. Watch Jack take a number 1 hot to the face.
Oh, dude.
I mean, this is 24-30 is only with the garbage touchdowns at the end that the Cowboys trying to make it look like a reasonable game. This was a dominating game for the 49ers for the most part, and they needed that. I mean, they needed it. Yeah. They've been looking rough, and to get out of that, to start, showing up in 223 yards on the ground with 36 touches, a bunch of guys touching it. Dude, the Cowboys are a failing organization as of right now. Yeah, dude.
It's true.
Also, when your owner GM's eyes keep falling, keep moving apart just by themselves.
My eyes are too far apart.
My eyes aren't too far. All right, who's gonna be Jerry's eye wrangler?
Oh no. Oh, I mean, Riley, it's we both don't like the Cowboys. It's just fun to point and laugh at them. But they did everything that we consistently say you can't do. They were 4 of 12 on third down. That's not very good. That's 30%. And then they turned the ball over twice, and the 49ers did not turn the ball over. That's in a 6-point game. It's all about the margins. Play here or play there. That's the difference in the ball game. You can't shoot yourself in the foot like that. You have to be able to sustain drives, and you can't turn the ball over.
And I think, on the other side, San Francisco, incredible drive sustaining, 8 for 16 on third down, 50% solid margin. 33 minutes of possession to the 26 of the Dallas Cowboys. That's pretty solid domination in that stat as well. 3 of 4 in the red zone. Once again, the 223 rushing yards is big. The 49ers this is the momentum I think they needed to show themselves that they're still that team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, dude, the 49ers, they've been kind of ravaged. Both teams have been ravaged by injuries this year. True. Christian McCaffrey still is out. Brandon Ayuk is out for the year. Trent Williams had a holdout. And then obviously the Cowboys, they don't have Micah Parsons. But this was a big win for the 49ers. Now they're back to 500. They're 4-4. And the Cowboys, they fall to below 500. They're now 3-4. And this was kind of a must-win for both of these teams because now you kind of feel like their seasons are going in opposite directions. One team has momentum and the other team is kind of losing momentum and is kind of slipping and, kind of regressing as a team. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. Yeah. And I think you see the Cowboys are hanging on by a shred with everything they've got.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Oh, we got a question, Riley. Do you see the question?
Absolutely. No, I'm reading. I mean, I think that's a great question. You know what? I'm willing to move on from what we have now and finish up this conversation with that. Talking about the Monday night game, the Giants versus the Steelers. I think for me, I got to take the Steelers in this one. It's that defense, man. I don't think Danny Pennies can put it together. I think with TJ Watt in his face, he's going to choke. I think the Steelers have a good chance to just put them in the grind. I think that's kind of Steelers ball. It's kind of always been their kind of game. They would just put you in a grind and you got to try to force your way out of it. But for a lot of times, we're just going to keep moving the ball on you, playing stingy defense, and making you work for everything that you get. And I don't think the Giants are a team that is necessarily prepared to withstand that.
I agree with Riley. So, I mean, I have not liked what the Giants have done for years. I don't think they've built a very good team. I don't think they've built their team the right way. They've neglected their O-line, but they've loaded up on the D-line. Like, you only load up on the D-line, in my opinion, if you're in like a win now mode. And the Giants are clearly not that because their offense is dog
They're
shit.
losing.
It all starts up front with the offensive line, and I'm very consistent with that. I've always said that, and
Absolutely.
I don't think Daniel Jones is a very good quarterback. And like you said, Riley, they're going up against T.J. Watt and that Steelers defense. I mean, I think as a defense, I don't know if Malik Neighbors is going to be back or not. Like, maybe you can answer that for me. I don't know. Is Malik Neighbors supposed to play? Because I know he's had a concussion, but I mean,
the injuries.
Yeah. I don't know if but as a defensive guy, like as a defensive coach, I think even if Malik Neighbors does play, he's kind of the Giants' offense, and I feel like it's a lot easier to shut down an offense that's very one dimensional and relying on one player.
Yeah, no, Neighbors is back in.
Okay, so I mean, so the Steelers they're gonna do everything they can to take away Malik Neighbors, and then it's gonna be up to, can Devin Singletary run the ball effectively? Can their offensive line create a push up front? Can they take TJ Watt out of the game? And can the Steelers force the Giants in the 3rd and long situations, which I don't think the Giants are going to be able to sustain? Yeah. And so I think the Steelers are going to win this game pretty handedly. I just don't think the Giants are a very well constructed or good football team. And I've said that for a while.
Absolutely. All
right. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We really appreciate it. If you're new to the chat and you have not, liked, commented, or subscribed, please do that. We would really, really appreciate it.
Please hit that subscribe button. Keep coming back. The Trash Talk Tailgate. This is, that you should be your absolute source for football content. Please keep coming back. Come and listen to us.
Yes.
This has been a wonderful episode, but we're going to clean it up, y'all. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday. We're out of here.
Sir.
Peace.
Yes, sir.